team and yourself there?
Oh, sorry. Thought the team played good. Scored a lot of goals, which I appreciate. I think there were a few things I could have done better, obviously, but turned out great in the end, and I think I had got a lot of help there, obviously, with the goals scored forward. So.
It's a tough spot for you to come in. I mean, second half of the back-to-back, the team played less than 24 hours ago, and you come through with a win.
Yeah, for sure. It's always tough with back-to-back games. I think it's the same for both teams, though. If I'm correct, if they played yesterday too, but whatever. Yeah, I think we played a good game and came out to win.
How did you start to feel your comfort level change throughout the game?
I mean, I thought it felt better the longer the game went, which makes sense a little bit. Like, it's tough there at the beginning with the reads a little bit, but yeah, it's a good thing. I felt better the longer the game went. So.
Sorry, how big was your save on Jack Quinn? He scored 2 on you, and then you made the big save off him in the third. That kind of steadied you.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I remember this save specifically, but yeah, I got a few pucks on me there late in the third, so that was nice to feel a little bit important.
Were you trying for a goal there at the empty net?
Yeah, I tried, but I don't know. I had a couple of tries now, but maybe one day. We'll see.
Have you never done it? Have you ever done it at any level?
Never scored, no. But I had a couple of tries. I think that was my best effort, honestly. Some of my tries have been like hitting the like far out in the corner. So.
When it left your stick, did you think you had enough for it?
I don't know. I saw he was backing up a little bit, so there was no one in the middle too, so it felt kind of safe. So just went for it. We'll see.
So it's your take of the game, especially after Buffalo gets off to that good lead.
Thought we had good intentions in the first period. Take a penalty. I mean, first shift when we get behind, but I thought after first 7 minutes, I thought we started to take over, and I thought we started to really get going. Guys battled hard. I mean, we got all lines. I thought everybody was solid tonight, worked hard, competed hard, did a lot of good things, stayed with it. And it was a great third period. When you got a lead by 1 goal and you go out there and just check and don't give them much, and we had opportunities, couple power play or 2 power plays, and so it was really good. I thought our leaders stepped up and really did a good job tonight.
You flipped Knies and Willie.
Yeah.
What do you like? And you stuck with it. So what do you like about that?
Well, I thought in my head that if I could get Tavares with Knies and Pacioretty out there at times against the Thompson line, it's a big line, heavy line. So that was my thought a little bit, and not so much use Matthews against them the rest of the game. We were down, so I wanted to kind of loosen those guys up a little bit and give them some different looks. That was kind of like my thought process on it, and it worked out.
You had Robertson and Domi come in from the cold, so to speak, with their goals. How do you feel about that?
They played excellent. I thought that they were way more engaged with their physical play and hounding and puck battles and things like that. And they did a real good job. That line was excellent tonight for us, and we needed them to be.
Every game is different, but 40-plus shots, 5 goals. How do you take this forward now, like type of production?
Well, you're not going to get 40 every night, but that's the thought process. I think the last 3 games, our attempts have been up, and we hit the net tonight more. That's the difference, in my opinion. But it's that attitude, though, of making sure that we're shooting pucks and not being cute, and just being direct with everything. Like, even off faceoffs, like I just watched the last 3 games, we win the puck, the D are looking to shoot right away, and we're trying to get to the net.
Domi, giving fairly stock answers and finally scoring this year. But what do you think it means to him to put the puck in the net?
Well, it feels good. Trust me. I mean, he's not happy that he hasn't produced or scored, and we need him to. But we need him to play that style of game that he played tonight. that's the difference for me.
How about
Way
John?
more engaged.
How about John, like fountain of youth for him tonight, or
He just keeps working. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, this guy's got a heavy stick, smart, competitive. I mean, and he works at his game constantly, even at this age, and he's still doing a great job. It's great to see him. He's been excellent for us all year.
Have they been too cute, to use the word that you used a couple of minutes ago, in their shot?
Yeah, I mean, there's times like we, throughout the season that, we've probably overpassed and listen, these guys are real good players. A lot, they see things and make plays, and I'm all for it. But again, our identity is to be direct and predictable, and that goes with scoring too.
your goalie tried to score tonight? How did you feel about Dennis?
I thought it was a good play. Guys taking the outlets out on him, coming down the wall. Smart play. Fired it down the ice. I mean, I'm okay with that.
What did you think of his game, the way he rebounded?
Well, he settled in after the first two. I thought he made a couple key saves in the third period, which were important. I thought he handled the puck well. So I mean, would he want that power play goal back? Probably, but he was pretty good for us tonight.
That's 300 wins for you tonight. How rewarding is that? I think only about 50-something coaches have that.
Oh, really? It's a lot of coaches. I got a long way to go. No, it's great. I didn't even know, but I mean, I don't look at stuff.
The Toronto Maple Leafs may be taking a new approach to salary management, which could directly impact Mitch Marner's contract negotiations. During Kyle Dubas' tenure as general manager, the team didn't hesitate to spend heavily, and this trend began with a 6-year extension signed by Marner in 2019. At the time, Marner's $10.9 million annual cap hit set the market for superstar wingers, surpassing comparable players like Mikko Rantanen of the Colorado Avalanche, who signed a 6-year deal with a $9.25 million annual cap hit. Now, however, times seem to be changing. TSN's Pierre LeBrun recently reported that the Maple Leafs have implemented an internal salary cap, aiming to ensure no player earns more than captain Austin Matthews, who signed a 4-year extension worth $13.25 million per season in August 2023. The team's primary concern revolves around Marner's agent, Darren Ferris, who, according to LeBrun, might push for a percentage of the total salary cap instead of a fixed dollar amount. This could result in Marner's cap hit exceeding Matthews' $13.25 million, conflicting with the Leafs' new financial strategy. Ferris is known for driving negotiations to the limit, often taking his clients to free agency. This raises fears that discussions between Marner and the Leafs could drag on until July 1st, giving Marner and his camp all the leverage in negotiations. Another complicating factor is the rising market. LeBrun noted that Mikko Rantanen believes he could secure $14 million per season as a free agent. This sparks the question, could Marner demand even more? And would Ferris take that gamble, knowing the Leafs might opt to move on and sign another player? Marner has made it clear on multiple occasions that Toronto is where he wants to be. As a local player with deep ties to the city, he's expressed his desire to spend his entire career wearing the blue and white of the Leafs. However, staying with the team may require him to accept less than market value, especially if the front office remains committed to its new salary structure. Such a sacrifice could be vital for the team's collective success and to avoid financial issues that have plagued the recent past. While negotiations are still in the early stages, it's evident that Marner's future with the Leafs is at stake. Maple Leafs fans may need to prepare for the possibility of significant changes, but they can also trust in the player's commitment to the city and the franchise to find a compromise. The Maple Leafs' decision to implement an internal salary cap reflects a broader shift in their team-building philosophy. After years of prioritizing top-end talent with hefty contracts, the organization appears determined to strike a balance between superstar contracts and depth throughout the roster. This strategy aims to avoid the pitfalls of past seasons, where a lack of financial flexibility often left the team vulnerable in critical playoff moments. For Mitch Marner, this shift creates a unique challenge. On one hand, his value to the Leafs is undeniable. A consistent top scorer and elite playmaker, Marner has been instrumental in driving the team's offense. On the other hand, his ability to command a salary that rivals or exceeds Austin Matthews could put the Leafs in a difficult position, especially with a potential need to strengthen other areas of the roster. As the 2023-24 season progresses, the Leafs must weigh the potential consequences of sticking to their cap philosophy. Losing a homegrown talent like Marner would undoubtedly sting for fans and the organization alike. However, allowing one player to dictate financial terms beyond the team's structure could hinder long-term success and force painful sacrifices elsewhere. Adding to the complexity is the looming free agency of William Nylander. If the Leafs are to stick to their internal salary cap, they may also face challenges in retaining Nylander, who could command a significant raise. Balancing contracts for both Marner and Nylander within the new framework could prove to be the ultimate test for Toronto's management team. Another factor at play is the team's ultimate goal, winning the Stanley Cup. While star players like Marner and Matthews are crucial, history has shown that depth and balanced rosters often prevail in the postseason. If the Leafs fail to manage their finances effectively, they risk falling short of building a championship-caliber team, even with elite talent. For Marner, the decision to stay with the Leafs might come down to more than just dollars. His connection to the city, the fans, and his teammates could be deciding factors. If he prioritizes legacy and loyalty over maximizing earnings, there's a strong possibility that he'll work with the team to find a deal that benefits both parties. Negotiations will also test Darren Ferris, known for his hardline tactics in securing lucrative deals for his clients. While pushing for top dollar is expected, Ferris may need to weigh the risks of alienating the Leafs management and fanbase. A prolonged stalemate could damage Marner's relationship with the team and its supporters. The Leafs management, led by general manager Brad Treliving, faces a pivotal moment. Treliving's reputation as a negotiator and team builder will be on full display as he navigates this high-stakes scenario. Striking the right balance could solidify his tenure in Toronto, while a misstep might set the team back for years. For Maple Leafs fans, the coming months will be filled with anticipation and uncertainty. Marner's future, along with the team's ability to stay competitive under financial constraints, will likely dominate conversations as the season unfolds. Supporters can only hope that the team's new approach leads to greater playoff success and, ultimately, the elusive championship. In the end, the outcome of these negotiations could redefine the Maple Leafs' identity for years to come. Whether it results in retaining Marner or reshaping the roster, the team's commitment to an internal salary cap signals a clear focus on long-term sustainability. Fans will be watching closely, hoping for a resolution that keeps the team's core intact and their championship dreams alive. As the negotiations with Mitch Marner progress, another layer of complexity is added by the external competition in the NHL market. Teams with more cap space and fewer restrictions could easily present lucrative offers to Marner if he reaches free agency. The Leafs are not only negotiating with Marner but also indirectly competing with other franchises willing to outbid them for his services. One example of this is Mikko Rantanen, whose potential $14 million value on the open market highlights the growing demand for elite wingers. If Rantanen secures such a deal, it could set a precedent that Marner's camp would use as leverage. The Leafs, however, must remain disciplined, as breaking their internal salary cap for Marner could lead to similar demands from other key players down the line. The looming specter of free agency means the Leafs have a limited window to strike a deal. If negotiations drag on into the off-season, the leverage shifts heavily in favor of Marner and his agent. Darren Ferris, known for his strategic patience, could use this to push for maximum value, putting even greater pressure on the Leafs management to make a decision. This scenario also places significant pressure on head coach Sheldon Keefe. Managing a team amid ongoing contract uncertainty can disrupt chemistry and focus. Keefe will need to ensure that the team remains united and focused on their performance, even as the media and fans speculate about Marner's future. Meanwhile, the Leafs core group, including Auston Matthews, Morgan Rielly, and John Tavares, will likely play a role in influencing Marner's decision. The camaraderie among the players and their collective drive for a championship could persuade Marner to accept a deal that aligns with the team's financial structure. On the flip side, the Leafs could explore contingency plans if a deal with Marner doesn't materialize. Trading Marner would be a bold move, but it could bring significant assets in return, potentially bolstering the team in areas like defense or secondary scoring. This option, while unpopular with fans, might be necessary to maintain roster balance. The timing of these decisions is also critical. With the trade deadline months away, the Leafs must assess whether keeping Marner without an extension risks losing him for nothing in free agency. A preemptive trade could avoid this scenario, but it would also signal a significant shift in the team's short-term goals. Fan sentiment will undoubtedly influence the team's approach. Marner is not just an exceptional player, he's a fan favorite and a symbol of homegrown talent succeeding in Toronto. Losing him could lead to backlash, especially if the team struggles in the aftermath of his departure. The broader NHL landscape also plays a role. As other teams navigate their own salary cap challenges, the Leafs can learn from their successes and failures. Organizations like the Tampa Bay Lightning and Vegas Golden Knights have shown the value of balancing star power with depth, offering a potential blueprint for Toronto's future.